All right, here I am. We got the Hyde Motorworks Harbinger supercharger right there. We have the 90 amp Bosch alternator, which they base the supercharger brackets off of. So you need the 90 amp. Here we have bracket number 1 and bracket number 2. These are the 3 mounting bolts for the bracket. These bolts are for mounting the supercharger. This is for the belt for the tensioner. And these are for the alternator. So you're going to remove the 2 16 socket alternator bolts, one at the top, one at the bottom. I did have to get a 90 amp because I didn't have one originally, so I did have to get one. So you will use the provided pulley and the provided I believe 4mm spacer and the provided Allen bolt. So this one's the shorter one. The shorter one goes to the top. The long one right here goes to the bottom one. So this one goes to the top right here, and the long one goes to the bottom right here. The long one does have a spacer that goes behind here, and that one has it before it. This is just to make sure everything's lined up. So first I'm gonna feed this in to the top one. There we go. We got that fed in. Now we're gonna get the bottom bolt. We're gonna put it down here. And then you wanna run this spacer through the back. And you wanna make sure it goes in to the bottom alternator hole, like that. There we go. I'll show close-up videos of it right now. Let me go ahead and get the Allen. I believe is an 8. Yes, it is an 8mm Allen. So the alternator bolts are usually 16 socket size for the upper and lower. To remove the tension off the belt, you will need a T50 in here. Most of the time it's a T50 to loosen it up, just to remove the belt so you can slide this on. So I'm gonna drive this in real fast. Let me do the bottom one. Give it a good wiggle. There we go, that's a good wiggle. We're going to get it snug, because I'm going to tighten it down with the ratchet. There we go. So now I'm going to grab my ratchet. And here we go. We're just going to do it nice and snug. There we go. And now the bottom one. There we go. So now we're going to grab our T50. T50 right here. And I'm going to route the belt. So it goes under the pulley, over the water pump pulley, and then under again. And then wrap it around the power steering pump pulley. And now I am going to get the ratchet. It might be difficult to move if your tensioner has not moved that often. It might be a little stiff, but there we go. We got that on. And now you want to make sure the belt is all the way on for everything. There we go. It's on the pulleys. Everything's on. It's on the water pump pulley. Oh, see? It's not on the Harbinger balancer. It's a little off. So you want to put tension on it again. And then line it back up on the Harbinger balancer. There we go. Fell into place. And everything is looking good. The 120 amp alternators will not work with this. They're too large, and the bout will actually rub against the bracket number 1. And then the supercharger will now mount to these upper bolts. So let me go ahead, and we're actually ready to put these supercharger bolts on. So what you have to do is you have to unbolt these smaller Allens. I believe there are 5 or 6, and then you have to rotate it a few times just to get the right mounting points on these and to get your supercharger lined up. So let me go check it out right now. No, that one does not. That one won't work. And in the instructions, they do show you these are all the instructions right here. I have been going through them, so I have memorized. I did have a problem with lining it up before. So right here, they try to show you the correct orientation. You just line up all the bolt holes right here. And so I'm gonna remove this cap. I'm gonna remove this front cap. And I'm gonna remove the small screws that hold it together and then line it up right now. So let me go ahead and get these sizes. So I'm gonna look at the picture. And I'm gonna, this picture is pretty good with showing you where to line it up. There we go, that's better. So we wanna get the bolt that's lined up right here. There it is. So you see how this one's lined up right here, like in this picture? But if you look at the 2 holes up here, this is in the middle of these. And that is the one that goes on top. Perfect. So this is the correct orientation. And then we will get the turbine itself. Then we will set it down like this. And that is the correct orientation right there. So I'm just going to go into it softly. And then we're going to hit them with the ratchet after to get them nice and tight. I'm using the gun just for time purposes. So we got the ratchet. There we go. There we go. Now that we have this lined up, move the paper back here. So I'm gonna grab the first bolt, and I'm just gonna get it lined up. Let's move this hose out of the way. There we go. First bolt is lined up. As you can see, I'm gonna use 4 bolts to lock it down. I didn't mean to let it twist like that, but it was an accident. Now we're gonna try and mount up these holes. Let me get the ratchet. The cracking you heard right now is from my kidney grills. My kidney grills are aftermarket cheap ones I just got. And I'm looking to go back to the stock ones whenever I'm able to. So now that we got that on, we will get the belt, this cog belt, and we will wrap it around here, and then we will get the cap. Actually, we do want to wrap it around the lower pulley as well. Might be a little tight to get it on at first. We just gotta wiggle it a little bit. Okay. Yeah. It's gonna take some time to get it onto the pulley. It is a tight belt. There it is. So what I did right there, these tug belts are a little hard to get spinning. So what I did was I turned the lower pulley and had the edge over here on. So while I turned it, it pulled the belt while I turned it and fully pulled it to slip on. So it has a little tension, a little less tension now. This is how it's supposed to be. So next, now that we got that on, we grab the belt. We can grab the belt cover. So I did have to cut this down like they recommend in the instruction manual. You cut this down about 1 centimeter in, because you want to make sure it doesn't hit the belt. So let's see, let me get the cap on. You need a wiggler just because the cap, the bearing. So it looks like, let me turn it a little bit. If I go like this, oh, that will hit the belt. So I'm gonna put right here, yeah, because the tensioner is on this side, and it won't hit the belt. Ratchet. Not too much tension. Let's get the nice and snug. There we go. So that's on. And the belt is hitting the inside of this cap on the right, but that's only because we don't have the tensioner on. So now we will put these to the side. And now we will go through the instructions one more time. This is the Harbinger supercharger kit installation guide. They had these on their website to show you how to put everything on. So next we will get the tensioner. So we have a pulley here, and then we have to mount another pulley in front of that one with the spacer, and then this pulley. So this pulley is for the tension. So let's go ahead and grab the spacer, which is an 8 millimeter Allen. And I'll get this on like that. There we go. And now we will grab the other one. And we'll grab the other pulley. And we will put one in front with the washer. And the spacer on the back. And then the nut and the washer. So we're gonna put this pulley into the little slot right here.